Hey everybody, it's Matt Loede along with Steve Dimatto, NEOSI Sports Insiders. It's the Browns postgame here at First Energy Stadium, where the Browns today disappointing 27-20 loss to the Oakland Raiders, a game that a lot of people felt the Browns were going to win when that schedule came out. Unfortunately, it was not to be. And Steve, let's start out with the quarterback spot. Of course, Josh McCown today, relatively ineffective. Of course, the team did rally late, but the bottom line is he did not get the job done. The offense did not get the job done. What was your take on the offense, and especially Josh McCown?
Well, it sputtered overall. The offense really was pretty poor for the most part. McCown, you could potentially say that they got off to a slow start because he was feeling maybe the effects of being rusty from missing a week, but I think this is pretty much the Josh McCown that we know, right? That he's going to have stretches through a game where he looks good, and he's going to have stretches in a game where he looks really bad. And that was the case today, was that he, at times, for most of the game, he didn't look all that great. It was towards in the second half when they were already down big that he was able to get some big chunks of yardage. To his credit, they did. I mean, they had a play at the end of the game to to potentially tie the score, but that he throws a game-sealing interception to Charles Woodson, and that's pretty much the story of Josh McCown's career. As far as the rest of the offense goes, the offensive line was pretty bad. The running game, as usual, was completely ineffectual. They don't have really any running game at this point, so you're pretty much relying on just Josh McCown, and that's really not going to be a recipe for winning any more games.
What a difference a day makes, a week makes, if you will, because last week against the Titans, I thought the run game was a lot more effective. Crowell ran the ball well. Duke Johnson in limited opportunities ran the ball well. Why is this running game so bad from week to week? The first week it was awful. Last week I thought it was pretty good. And this week, again, pretty bad with Crowell and Johnson just not able to get off the ball. Is it all the offensive line, or is it just these running backs aren't that good?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're getting to a point. Johnson, I think the jury's definitely still out. He's a rookie. He's still learning. Crowell has had quite a bit of time now to kind of get used to the league. This might be the kind of guy that he is, where you can't rely on him week to week. He might not be a starting running back in the NFL. I don't know. But you can also go back to the offensive line, that it's been that bad for the entire season. It's just, for whatever reason, hasn't been a cohesive unit, and that hurts the running backs too. What might be the case is that these aren't running backs that are going to create their own lanes. They need a good run. They need a good line in front of them. And right now they're not getting that, and it just makes them look that much worse.
Well, let's talk about the defense. At the very last thing here, that defense really got torched. I thought David Carr had an amazing game today. I thought Latavius Murray, the running back from Oakland. I mean, look at the Browns roster and think if they had a guy like Carr, a guy like Murray, a guy like Amari Cooper, even Michael Crabtree at this point to make some plays. There is not the playmakers that the Raiders have, and I dare say the Raiders look like they're further advanced as an organization. Talk to me about that Browns defense and why they got so beat up today.
Well, you can point first to the rush defense. The rush defense ranks last in the NFL right now, which is surprising that they drafted Danny Shelton, and he was touted as being this force in the middle of the line. And right now he's just disappeared in his first 3 games. Yeah, he's a rookie. That's just something that might be expected at this point. A lot's been put on him, but he was a first-round pick, and he is supposed to be your nose tackle. So there is that. The defensive line has been non-existent, and the running game, the rush defense has been just atrocious so far, because literally anybody can run right through them. And that's going to put pressure on your secondary, because at the same that as the rule goes, a good running game opens up the passing game.
Sure does.
So albeit they have 4 Pro Bowlers in the secondary, that's not going to mean much when the running game is still getting 8 yards in a chunk. It just isn't going to work well. And that's what happened today. I mean, the Browns right now as a defense just really don't have anything to hang their hat on. They really don't. I mean, if you're going to let, I wouldn't say that he's taken these progressions into I hate to say it, elite levels yet. Derek Carr's definitely progressing into a very good quarterback. And he picked them apart. He just picked them apart. I mean, but to still give up 300 yards and to give up a 100-yard receiver and a 100-yard rusher, that's just a bad day overall. There's nothing you can take from this game as the Browns defense and say, well, that was a good job. There's just nothing.
That's Steve Dimatto. I'm Matt Loede, NEO Sports Insiders. Browns wrap-up here. First Energy Stadium. Browns a loser 27-20. They're on the road at San Diego a week from today. Thanks for watching.